let's graph this one. So I'm going to show you the steps that I would follow. Okay, let me turn on my piece of paper. I'll disappear just for a little bit. So these are the steps that I would go through. So here's what you do. Here's what we're graphing. Let me write it. We're graphing y is less than 5 minus 2x. It's already in slope-intercept form, so that's what we want. That's good. So now, since it says less than, it's going to be a dotted line. And I'm just walking through what I normally do in my head. And we're going to be shading below the line. Why? Because of that chart. Remember, that chart told us if it's in slope-intercept form, which this is in slope-intercept form, that we shade below the line because it says less than, sorry. So now what I normally do is I go and I find the x-intercept. Okay, that's where you find when y is equal to 0, you find x, and then the y-intercept. And this is where you set x equal to 0 and you find y. Okay, I do that just so I can always have 2 points. There's nothing different from you just plugging in some values. So when I do that, what I do is I say y equals 5 minus 2x. I just change it into an equation. After I have written them as equations, the next thing I do is I find the x-intercept and the y-intercept. So let me do the substitution. On this side here, when I'm looking for the x-intercept, I'm going to turn y to 0, and then I need to find the x. So I'm going to set y equal to 0. So I have 0 equals 5 minus 2x. Okay. Now let's finish solving for x. I'm going to subtract 5 on both sides. And when I do that, I have 0 minus negative 5, right? So then that's going to be negative 5. That goes away. And then I have equal negative 2x. I'm going to divide by negative 2, divided by negative 2. A negative times a negative is positive. So I have x is equal to 5 halves. We know that's 2.5. Okay, so when y is 0, x is 5 halves. Now let's find the y-intercept. So now we're going to find the y-intercept. That's our other point. We're doing this so that we can graph the line. We know it's going to be a dotted line, and this is our line, our inequality, but we need to graph it. So on this particular side, we're going to set x equal to 0. So here, my x is 0, because I need to solve for it, right? So I end up with y equals 5 minus 0. So y equals 5. So that means when x is 0, y is 5. So this is my y-intercept. This is my x-intercept. These 2 points will help me graph the line. That's what I need. That's perfect. So, but before we do that, let's do a test point. Okay? 0, 0 is the perfect test point. So let's use 0, 0 then. Okay, so I'm going to say my test point, because I know how to draw the line. I know it's going to be a dotted line, is going to be 0, 0. If 0, 0 makes the equation true, I'm going to shade on the side of the boundary line that includes 0, 0. So let's check. That's going to be, here's what we have. We have y is less than 5 minus 2x, but everybody's going to be 0, right? 0 less than 5 minus 2 times 0. So far, so good. 0 is less than 5 minus 0. 0 is less than 5. That is true. Okay, so since that is true, what we're going to do, shade on the side that has 0, 0. So let me show you what that looks like. Looks like that, okay? We found our x-intercept and our y-intercept. This is just 2.5, right? We found that. And then we said, okay, it's going to be a dotted line. So we drew the line, and then you shade on this side because 0, 0 is right here. And when we plugged in 0, 0, it was true. So that's the side that we shade on.